I really don't want to cut the wires. Should I cut the wire? Which wire? The green or the red? Alright, fuck it, we're gonna cut the wire. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, what are we doing today? We are taking apart the Horus to do the latency test. And I thought we'd do this together just because if I break something it'll be pretty interesting. And maybe we could chat for a little while we do this. So far as I can see, I just see 4 screws. I try to remove these, but I don't think they're removable because they're holding pretty damn well and I don't want to rip them. So we'll figure it out once we actually start removing the screws here. There we go. Let's start removing this guy. I have the gimbal protectors on the front, so don't worry if you're worried about that. I'm more worried than you, trust me. I've just been sitting here for the past 10 minutes looking at it. Should I do it now or should I wait for the morning? I don't know. But I don't know why it's so scary. I mean, I've done the other ones, just open them right ahead. Big shout out to Banggood for actually sending this to me. It's very kind because I don't know how I would have got my hands on this if they hadn't done that. Alright, so we got our first 2 screws here. Let's use this as a screw holder so I don't lose them. Okay, this one wasn't so tight, which is a big plus here for them. There we go. Alright, so all screws have been removed, I think. So it's just 4 screws. Yeah, it seems like it's coming apart very nice and easy. I'm not fighting it or anything. Yeah. So it seems that these are not screws. Good thing I didn't really try to force them. And let's see. Oh wow, nothing's connected to this. Okay, that's awesome. So look at this. Maybe they were gonna do some kind of screws with them. I don't know what the hell this is for. These are actually rubber. But here, obviously they're not. So I just put the screws away. I think they're using lithium ion batteries here. They seem like it, yeah, 18650s. Yep, lithium ion. Alright, so that's pretty cool. We'll do like a tear down in the beginning here. Here we have our little gimbals. I don't want to lift it up too high. And this. You know, I think what we can do here actually, we can actually make a mod to possibly move this somewhere else. I mean, if someone really doesn't like this back here, you could easily just put this up here. I mean, I don't understand why they put it here. Maybe they want you to break it. Well, good thing is this part is very easily repairable, I think. Yeah, it's just 2 screws and you pop this guy out and it's connected with a wire. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so right now I'm looking where are we gonna take. We're gonna have to obviously remove this here. This has to go. So we're gonna undo these screws here to reach our guy in there that we want. So let's just remove the battery. Let's just play it safe here. Okay, there's a battery for I think our clock right there. So that's pretty cool. So okay, so these 2 come together like so. We can totally unplug this and get away with it right now. They're using like semi-silicone wires, I guess. Maybe silicone. Okay, if I remember correctly, where's the roll now? This is a roll here. So this is roll, these wires right here. So this would be channel 1, and we have to kind of, okay, it's very nice and clean to be honest. So, alright. So this is what we need right here. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. This is kind of a pain in the ass here, because this is roll, and I think I might even have to take this apart now. Well, what is this for? Oh, these are for the trims. Okay. So, you know what? I think we're just gonna cut the wires. What do you guys think? Fuck it. We cut the wires. It is silicone, so I mean that's good. I do have some M7 gimbals on the way. That matters. Yep, that's it. We're just gonna cut the wires. I'm just gonna grab scissors real quick and cut it before I change my mind and probably even damage something. So we need to get somewhere pretty. I really don't want to cut the wires. Should I cut the wire? Which wire? The green or the red? Alright, fuck it, we're gonna cut the wire. Too late now, there's no going back. Alright, so it's pretty simple here. It's gonna be red is obviously ground. Green is gonna be, I think, our potentiometer since it's in the middle. And red is gonna be positive, obviously. So, you know, should have done something before doing this actually. Well, we could totally do it on another one. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to read the values of 0 to whatever many volts, so we can supply it exactly that amount in here without worrying about damaging anything. So maybe it takes, for example, 2.7 volts, and I stuck 3.3 volts. Basically blew whatever's in here out, something in here that's in charge of it. So I'm going to quickly figure that out real quick from another one. Probably do it on this guy right here, and we'll get started. So let me prepare everything and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is, since I cut those two wires, it's kind of difficult to make out right now, but you'll see them. So here we go. Alright, so these are what's coming from the roll axis, so channel 1, okay? And these are coming from the board. So the green one here is actually reading the input from these wires, okay? And these are just power to the gimbal. And it takes the power, and then it makes the green one, which makes resistance, and then it just returns back high voltage or low voltage, thus telling you exactly where the location of the throttle is, or the gimbal, or whatever it is, the position is. So what we're going to do is we're going to route these two to the board, and we will just ground this guy and give him positive if we need to. So right now I'm going to make some kind of extension here, and we'll take it from there. So let me get that done with, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's kind of a pain. I didn't want to solder because I didn't want to cut the wires, because if I cut them too much then these are not going to reach anymore. So what I did, I just twisted them very hard and just slid these guys right on. Everything's totally fine. So as you can see, I set up a switch right here. And actually I should have just moved this a little bit. Hold on, because I'll show you how this switch works, just in case you missed it before. So it's a very simple switch. Okay, so what happens is to this switch is we have ground here, or this is positive, sorry, and this is ground down here, and in the middle we have the potentiometer. Now this switch has 3 pins. If I have it up here, then it'll link the middle pin with the top pin, and if I switch it down, it'll link the middle pin with the bottom pin. So this, the bottom pin would be positive, or sorry, ground, the top pin would be positive, and the middle one is basically the potentiometer. So when I flip this switch, check this out. Give it a moment. Alright. So if you take a look at roll up there, I'm about to move the switch. You see that? That's actually that's some delay right there actually. You could hear it, and it's actually taking a while to get there. So I'm on basically 8 channel D16 8 channels. So alright, well anyways, this is how it works. So it's working perfect. We either get a 0 or 100% throttle. So let me set up the oscilloscope and let's get started. Alright guys, so the moment of truth. So let me put the graph up here. Now I'll start it off with that I'm disappointed, but at the same time, from these results it shows that there is a way to improve it, and this seems like it's a coding issue. It's a software issue, because the processor here is a lot faster. It's a lot larger. It's a bigger processor. Okay, it's running a graphical display and all that kind of crazy stuff, but it should in theory be some kind of noted difference. However, they're basically almost identical in the averaging, which means that it's a software related. The core components of the software, you know, the core of the software, the code is basically ported from, you know, the other ones. And I think this code hasn't been updated in I don't know how many years, possibly. They probably just made it and left it and it's working and that's it. Let's keep it working. Well, I mean, we need to see some kind of improvements here. Yes, you do a regular update on your products, but you know, the software is still lacking and thus that'll affect the products that you're producing. And you have some amazing products. I'm not saying they're crap, they're beautiful. And I love using my Q X7, but the software is lacking and that thus will make the device itself be lacking. And I really hope you guys are watching FrSky because I'm going to be making it in a separate video later on for this. Now, let's take a look at the chart here. So the chart shows here, as you can see, the bars, the lower the better. So the lower the bar, the less latency we have. And in blue we have the FrSky Q X7, orange Turner's Evolution, gray FlySky, yellow the FrSky Horus, the X10, which is this guy right here. And we're going to start with the left, which is the worst samples. So these are the worst samples I've gotten from each of the devices. For the FrSky, I got 41.2. For the Turner's Evolution, 17.5, which is like half times faster. FlySky 18, which is also half times faster. The Horus got the worst result on the worst samples, 48.2. So it's like 7 milliseconds worse than the Q X7. So yeah, well, I mean, I can't say, but it's okay. It gets better once we go to the average. However, you know, I've noticed kind of the Horus is a bit more stable. It's in the middle of it gets a lot of 26 milliseconds, so it's pretty. You'll see that in the Excel sheet. I'll leave the Excel sheet down below. You can see it also. So let's move on to the best sample now. So the first we got is Q X7, which is 30.6. Then we have Turnergy, which is 11.8, which is half times faster. FlySky 6.4. Half times faster than the Turnergy and 5 times faster than the FrSkys. And the FrSky Horus got a 26.2, which is a little bit of good improvement. It's about almost 5 milliseconds faster than the Q X7, but the FrSky, the Turnergy and the FlySky still beat it. Now let's go to the average. Now the average is basically anywhere between 7 and 10 samples averaged out of each. It's all found in the Excel sheet. Once you see it, I have everything. I even have the oscilloscope screenshots, so you can do your own averaging. If you don't like the way I measured it, you can add your own. You'll figure it out if you're one of those guys. You'll know what I'm talking about. Now for average samples, the Q X7 was the slowest, 36.25. Horus was the second slowest. Yeah, would it be the second slowest? Yeah, it would be the second slowest. 31.53. FlySky is the one that destroys them. Turnergy Evolution comes in second, 14.6. Still, the FlySky and the Turnergy are more than about half times, even a little bit more than half times faster. So you know, looking at this, I mean, the FrSky, the Horus, and the Q X7 are pretty consistent. They're pretty close to each other, which is good to see. And why is it good to see? Because that means there's room for improvement, and the problem is with the code, and the code needs to be modified and edited. Now, I did see some settings on the Horus which allows you to choose between the gimbals, which would be ADC and PWM. Now, I know these are not PWM and PWM, PWM gimbals, but you know, the ADC analog digital converter, I think that's where our issues are. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know if they're averaging. I saw the race flight guys, they're saying they're probably averaging or something, and that they could fix it. Now, the race flights guys say they could fix it, but when they fix it, as I believe and I understand, they won't fix it for us. They'll write their own custom protocol to work only with their flight controllers, thus leaving us in the trash, really. But I mean, I guess that's up to them, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but this is what I think they're saying. I think that's what they said. So if they could do it, I could do it. And if they could do it, others can do it. And if I have to find developers, I will find developers and to come along with me, and we'll dissect this and we'll open this and we'll try to figure out a way for this. Because they do have potential. Their products are constantly updated, but their software is lacking, thus making the device itself start to lack. Like FlySky 6.4 milliseconds for the best result. That's almost instantaneous. So yeah, I mean, that's all I could really say, guys. That's it. I mean, bars in front of you. You can download the Excel sheet. I'll have it on the website. There'll be 2 links, one with the ad before you could download and one without. If you choose to support the channel, you could use that link. If not, then go ahead and just download it and enjoy. Yeah, well, that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to let me know. And if you like the channel and would like to support the channel, that'd be super awesome. I do have a Patreon, and I do have some affiliate links down there. I don't hide my affiliate links. They're affiliated links. Just so, you know, just to be, clear and nothing is hidden. Just everything's right in front of you guys. So yeah, well, that's gonna conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. See you guys. Take care.